Hey, Kawhi, congrats on the win. What was Doc's message when it was 97-90 there in the timeout? It seemed like Denver was really putting some stuff together, and then you come out on an 8-0 spurt. Was it just to get the defense rolling?
Um, yeah, pretty much. We take pride in our defense, and we just wanted to win the game. You know what I mean? We had to execute on the offensive end, no turnovers, and we were able to get it done.
Okay, we're gonna move over to Ohm.
Well, I apologize if this is popped on here, but have you ever blocked a shot with your middle finger before? And can you take me through that block when Jamal Murray tried to go for that dunk?
I just seen him penetrating, it was both side help, so I stepped up and tried to contest his shot, and I seen at the end that he was going to try to dunk it. I just, reached and tried to block the shot, and, I ended up getting a block.
Okay, we're gonna move to Orlando. Taylor.
Hey, Kawhi, can you tell me the two biggest adjustments that you guys have made so far in this series?
We just defense really. We just trying to be consistent pretty much. That's it, and execute on the offensive end. That's what we got to do if we want to keep advancing and winning basketball games.
Okay, we're gonna stay inside Orlando, and we're gonna go to Dan.
What's up, man? Obviously, you guys have the firepower to win first in the game, but you had a bunch of mental errors tonight. Beat back on after a travel, a dunk after a made free throw. How frustrating is it that those things are happening in the middle of obviously an important playoff game?
It's very frustrating, but we just got to stay even keeled at that point. Try to just get better, make sure we're matched up and get back on defense. And, that's it. That's all we can do at that point.
Okay, we're gonna move over to Tomer.
Hey, Kawhi, congrats on the win. What did you make of the defense on Jokic? You guys limited him again in the fourth quarter for the second game in a row, but in the third quarter, he was getting a lot of open looks from three. What did you make of the defense, and I guess what changed?
I guess guys just started running out to him, making sure he didn't get no open looks. He's done a hell of a job out there, scoring and getting his teammates involved. And, that's all I can really say. He's doing a good job, and, we just tried to get out there and contest, make sure he didn't get no more threes.
Okay, we're gonna go to Kyle inside Orlando.
The intensity you guys showed on defense in the fourth quarter, in your experience, do you feel like it's okay to have some of that left in reserve so you can turn out the end, or would you like to see more of that throughout the game?
I think we need to be, consistent throughout the whole 48 minutes. But you got to give Denver credit. They're a good basketball team. They've been together for a while. They know how to make adjustments on the fly. They got a good coach. So, it's playoff basketball. But, for us, definitely we want to see it throughout the whole 48 minutes.
Okay, we got time for a few more. We're gonna go to Sabrina.
Hey, Kawhi. It seemed like Paul was the one guy who really had it going throughout. What did you think especially on the defensive end?
Say that again.
It seemed like Paul was the one guy who really had it going throughout the game. What did you make of his performance, especially on the defensive end?
He did a great job. Came out there with energy. Led us on both ends of the floor, and we just followed his lead. And, everybody just kept playing hard, and he did his thing.
Okay, we're gonna move over to Farbot.
Hey, Kawhi, to piggyback off of that other question about PG, he had mentioned before he wants to kind of ease the pressure you feel as a leader and help be a leader with you. Is that something you felt tonight with his presence?
Yeah, he's been playing good. He just haven't been making shots. But other than that, he's been consistent with rebounding, making plays, and his defense been there. Now he's making shots, and I'm happy for him, and I'm happy we got the win.
Okay, and we're going to move over to Cameron.
Hey, Kawhi, congratulations on the big win. I want to talk about your 14 rebounds, all on the defensive side of the ball. Talk about that attitude. Is that a mindset, just a want-to? Talk about that a little bit for me.
We just had to rebound the ball. You know, I think at halftime they had like either 13, 15 more shots than us. I think it was about like 37 or 51 or something like that. I'm not sure. So that's just been a big key point. You know, that's defense as well. We limited them to one shot. You know, we could be a pretty good ball club.
Okay, and we're going to move to Dave.
Hey, Kawhi, you shot, I think, 1 for 7 in the fourth, but you had several impact plays, an assist on a go-ahead shot from Lou, an assist on a go-ahead shot to Zoo, obviously the block where you got the fingertip on it. How do you walk away from a game like this where you have an impact down the stretch, but you don't shoot all that well?
It doesn't matter to me. My teammates make shots. It's not about me scoring. I have to get playmaker, defend, and score. And, you know, I got to do everything. It's going to ball game. You know, we got to make shots. Who made shots, like you said. We did make shots. Made one down the stretch. Free throws. And, you know, it's a team effort. We can't win a basketball game with just one player.
PJ, just want to ask you 2 questions. One, this game offensively that you had tonight, Kawhi kind of was struggling a little bit. You stepped up your offensive game. Is this kind of like what you envisioned, like you and Kawhi kind of being a tandem together? And 2, when he made that block on Jamal Murray, you ever seen a player block a shot with his middle finger like Kawhi did?
That's an extra long middle finger. Like it kept growing or something. You know, that's Kawhi, man. Big time player. I mean, the mitts is something else. But I gotta help him. You know, I gotta help him. Kawhi's did more than enough down the stretch. Some nights it's not gonna be his night. You know, and that's just where I gotta be myself. I gotta help him. I gotta help pull the weight, make plays, make shots. You know, it just, you know, give him credit getting us this far, but he can't go into every game with that pressure that he's got to, you know, be great on both ends. Offensively, some nights it's going to be rough. So, you know, it was an emphasis. When I saw, you know, I had it going early, I just kept attacking, stayed aggressive, just let the game come to me.
Next, we'll go to Farbod.
Hey, Paul. Lou Williams said, you know, the guys decided in the fourth quarter they really didn't want to lose this game tonight. Is that something you felt in the fourth quarter where the intensity just picked up from everybody?
Absolutely. You know, we felt it. I'm sure you guys saw it. We were not going to be the team that lost tonight.
Next, we'll go to Miriam.
Hey, Paul, congrats, man. So obviously Jokic is a handful for everybody. What'd you make of the job that Zoo did on him today, and just what'd you make of Jokic and doing Jokic things out there?
Yeah, I mean, he's great. He's one of a kind at that position. I thought Zoo did a great job. We told him. I mean, he's a great player. What you have to do, though, is just make it tough for him. If he makes shots, he makes shots. But it can't be easy. He's got to be worn down. He's got to be tired. And going to that next game, he's got to remember how tough it was. And I thought Zoo did that. It's just tough. It's tough. He gets those calls. He throws his body around. You know, it's tough. Same thing past that. I mean, he puts the pressure on the refs. Some of those I don't think are fouls, but he gets it. You know, you just tell Zoo he's just got to continue to battle him. You know, he gets those calls, he gets them. Got to keep it going.
Next, we'll go to Dan in the bubble.
I mean, it's basketball. You know, it's basketball. We're not a perfect team by any means. This game is made on stretches. When team gets hot, gets going, the team rallied back. But this game is always predicated on whoever plays defense first wins. And I thought we incorporated that, put this game away.
Next, we'll go to David.
Hey, Paul. You guys really tightened up there defensively, especially right before halftime and then in the second half there. We've seen what this team is capable of when you guys are really locked in defensively. What do you think it's going to take, to start off the game with that consistent effort? So I know Denver's a great offensive team, but, to just kind of avoid getting down, by double digits like that.
Look at film. We'll see what we can identify to, get us off to a better start defensively. And we'll go from there. Again, we're not perfect. Never said we were. That's an area that we have to clean up. We'll address it tomorrow. Try to be better for game 4.
Next, we'll go to Tomer.
Hey, Paul, congrats on the win. I'm just curious. Pat post-game said that Jokic presented similar issues as Doncic did in the herky-jerky style game, does everything, sort of flails a bit as well. We saw some frustration from Zubats. How important, I guess, or how much do you enjoy seeing the frustration, I guess, or the emotion about caring so much about playing? And if you could just speak a bit more about the job that Zoo has done on Jokic so far this series.
That's how it feels. That's how it should be. Game 2, it weighed on Zoo, you could tell. Game 3, he wanted to make an impact. Like I said, we talked to him. He's a great player. Great players, you tip your hat when they make tough shots, but they got to make tough shots to beat you. That's just what it is. Zeus, he's not going to stop him to some degree. I mean, he's going to score his baskets. He's good, but he's got to make it just tough. I think he's doing a great job on him. It's what you want to see in a young player when they want to take that challenge. And, like I said, at game 2, that whole game was weighing on him. He felt bad about his performance. Game 3, he came out, he challenged him. Nothing but great things I saw from Zoo tonight.
We'll take one more from Sabrina.
Hey, Paul, they kept showing the families cheering on the TV broadcast today. I was wondering, did you notice having, real fans in the building today, and what's that experience been like?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's, the only bit of noise you hear outside of the hoops. It's great. We got our whole squad here. We got a big support system here. So that's great. Makes it feel somewhat like home.
Hi, Doc. Obviously, Paul had 32 points tonight, but what can you say about his effort on the defensive end?
Yeah, it's funny. 2 guys, we talked about after the game. PG's 32 was huge, but his defense was far more impressive for us. And then Lou made 2 or 3 steals and got involved. I told Lou, he was 4 for 11. Not a great offensive game, but he was a plus 20 when he was on the floor tonight because he was a playmaker and he did little things defensively. So that was a tough game. Both teams, I thought, executed well. They had 19 more shots than us, and the offensive rebounds, I thought, really hurt us.
Next, we'll go to Ohm.
Doc, when Jamal Murray tries to dunk on Kawhi and Kawhi blocks that shot with his middle finger, I guess, first of all, have you ever seen a block with a middle finger before? And 2, what did that do for your team?
Just all our defense down the stretch. The game came down to one of the 2 teams was going to play some defense. And for 3.5 quarters, both teams were basically scoring. And then the last 6 minutes, it was our defense. I thought that play by Kawhi was amazing. I didn't know it was with one finger. I thought he just blocked it, but it was impressive. I didn't even know where he came from. So it was a heck of a play.
Next, we'll go to Andrew.
Doc, that defensive effort, not only to finish the 4th quarter, but also to end the 2nd quarter.
Yeah.
I guess where was that the rest of the time? You guys are getting beat back on defense. It seemed like there were multiple lapses.
Yeah, we had a lot of lapses. I think we gave up 6 points on side out of bounds, 3-quarter court, where they threw it long and scored. I mean, those are hard to recover from, and we had our lapses. There's no doubt about that, Andrew. But overall, when we locked in, we were really good.
Next, we'll go to Dan in the bubble.
Yeah, it feels like that all year with us. It's been in spurts, It's frustrating, but it's not I look at the whole picture, Dan, and I realize we haven't been together. We haven't had a lot of time together. So I get it. But the mental lapses are the ones that are really frustrating. We had a lot of mental lapses today, and we got away with it. But you can't be great and do that every night.
Next, we're going to go to Miriam.
Hey, Doc, congrats. Lou on the other feed said that they decided they didn't want to lose the game. They didn't want to have the feeling they had the other night. Do you feel that on the sideline? Yeah. Do you feel that moment, sort of that switch, like when they get in that?
I just coach. Like it's good that the players feel that way. I'm sure Denver felt that way as well, though, Marion. And it just came down to really we made tougher defensive plays down the stretch.
Next, we'll go to Thomas.
Hey, Coach. Last game you spoke about, kind of the starters having to set the table for the bench. Did you feel as though they did a better job with that tonight?
Yeah, I did. I thought, at least offensively, we were so much better. We moved the ball. I think we shot 55%, 54.7. So I thought offensively we were so much more efficient than we were the other night. And I thought, PG really set the tone in there.
A few more. We'll go to Cam.
Hey, Doc. Kawhi had 14 rebounds, and Pat Beverly had a negative 13 on the plus minus. I'm not a big stat guy, but when you see Pat Bev with a negative 13 and the effect he had in the game, what do you think about that?
I ignore it. Pat was a plus for us. He was just happened to be on the floor. The thing, you got to be careful with plus and minus because there's times when you're just on the floor when the other team is making a run. And sometimes that's just bad luck. Sometimes it is what you're doing. Tonight, down the stretch, Pat was huge. Back-to-back steals for us, big rebounds. He just makes so many plays that aren't static. It's amazing.
Next, we'll go to David.
Hey, Coach. What do you think is the lesson you have to learn from this game?
Well, don't give points. We gifted a lot of points. Again, I think at least 6 points where they were taking the ball out, we didn't get back. The offensive rebounds, they took 19 more shots than us. It's hard to win a game. Can you imagine giving the team 19 more shots and thinking you're going to win the game? You have to be so good offensively to win that game. And basically, that's what we were.
And then last one will be Miriam.
Well, on the learning tip, obviously Zub had a tough night tonight.
I thought Zub was great tonight. Like I loved it. He made a couple of just silly fouls that got him in foul trouble, man. But I loved his physicality overall.